project of the Boston course, our group decided to give a virtual tour of the places in Boston that we discussed in class through our readings and give fun facts about these locations.
Walden Pond was made famous by Henry David Thoreau's masterwork, Walden, also known as Life in the Woods, published in 1854. Today, Walden Pond has the address of 915 Walden Street, Route 126, Concord, Massachusetts. It saw about 600,000 visitors each year before the coronavirus pandemic, according to Walden.org, the website for the Walden Woods Project. The Walden Pond State Reservation is 462 acres of protected open land, which is equivalent to 350 football fields. Regarding its natural history, the pond is a kettle hole that is 103 feet deep. A kettle hole is a hollow filled by a lake resulting from the melted ice trapped in glacial deposits. Walden Pond was formed when one of the last glaciers covering New England fell away about 12,000 years ago. In Walden, Thoreau's popular work of reflection, he writes about his experiences from a self-built cabin on Walden Pond. He lived there for 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days, beginning July 4th, 1845. This book is, quote, credited with helping to inspire awareness and respect for the natural environment, end quote, according to Walden.org. This directly coincides with Thoreau's mission as a prominent American transcendentalist. Transcendentalism was one of the most significant literary movements of 19th century America, centering around romanticism and reform for the individual self. Fenway Park is one of the most iconic locations in Boston. In fact, it is among the first few locations that come up when searching places to visit in Boston. Fenway Park is home to the Boston Red Sox baseball team and legends such as Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, Pedro Martinez, and David Ortiz. You can take in the view of the stadium or watch a game atop the fabled Green Monster, which stands 37 feet and 2 inches high overlooking left field. April 20th, 2012 marked Fenway Park's centennial, and on March 7th of that same year, the park was added to the National Register of Historic Places. Non-sports fans may recognize Fenway Park as a setting on the Hulu show The Handmaid's Tale, which is based off the novel of the same title by Margaret Atwood. The second season of the show opens with a mass of handmaids being forced into the abandoned baseball stadium that was formerly Fenway Park. The use of this iconic location makes the show all that more realistic and terrifying.
Harvard University is a private Ivy League research university in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It is the oldest institution of higher education in the United States and among the most prestigious in the world. The Johnson Gate is one of the entrances into the Harvard yard, referred to as the wall in The Handmaid's Tale. The wall is used to hang and execute people who fail to obey the law. It has hooks attached to it, which are used to display the body of the executed and dead people. This served as the form of humiliation for these dead people and setting an example for those in the community to not follow. The wall symbolized oppression in The Handmaid's Tale, where humans are being mistreated even after they died. The author of the book The Handmaid's Tale, Margaret Atwood, wrote in the New York Times in March of 2017. She said, "The Secret Service of Gilead is located in the Widener Library, where I spent many hours in the stacks researching my New England ancestor, as well as the Salem witchcraft trial. In The Handmaid's Tale, the salvaging is a cruel method of execution where handmaids are allowed to use any means they wish to kill the condemned. These condemned are men who convicted of crimes such as rape or other form of violence against the handmaids, and this takes place in front of the Widener Library. As a university, Harvard once symbolized a free pursuit of knowledge. As the location for the salvaging, it symbolized the denial of freedom and the limited access to knowledge. The Republic of Gilead has turned the world upside down, making a former liberal art university a place for evil men." In In episode 8 of the first season of The Handmaid's Tale, the commander takes Alfred to a speakeasy of sort in Boston filled with pre-revolution relics like drugs, alcohol, and prostitute. In order to get there, they must pass a checkpoint by crossing a bridge. Alfred realized that the bridge they are crossing is the Charles River into Boston, or what used to be Boston. Charles River is Boston's most iconic riverside park. It is about 80 miles or 129 kilometer long river in the eastern Massachusetts. It features Greater Boston area and is one of the major sources of recreation for the residents. Harvard University, Boston University, and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, also known as MIT, are located along the Charles River. In the park are walkways, sanctuary, Shell Memorial, performance stages, playground, ball field, and the community boating.